Hello, everyone. I am DJ Leandro. Welcome back to the DJ Leandro Music YouTube channel. And in this video, I've got another Cubase as well as production guide for you all. And we're going to be focusing on flanger. Now, have you ever heard in certain tracks, you'll hear like a jet engine, jet sound that seems to rise and fall, which seems like different waves? Well, that is a flanger. In this video, I'm going to show you what it is, how it works, and how you can use it in your productions. So, what exactly is a flanger in detail? A flanger is a modulation effect that creates a distinct swirling sound by mixing a signal with a delayed copy of itself. When you do hear it, it is often confused for a phaser. The key difference, though, from a phaser is that flangers use a short, continuously changing delay, usually under 20 milliseconds. As the delay time shifts back and forth, it causes the frequencies to cancel and reinforce each other, creating a comb like filtering effect with a metallic or sweeping tone. Whereas, on the other hand, a phaser splits the signal and passes one part through a series of all pass filters. These filters shift the phase of certain frequencies, but don't delay the signal as what a flanger does. Instead of evenly spaced notches, phasers produce irregular phase cancellations, giving them a more subtle, watery, swirling effect. So basically, in short, a flanger is delay based, it's a regular comb filtering, and a phaser is phase shifting, it's more organic, and it's got uneven cancellations. When to use a flanger, you may ask. Flangers are great for adding movement and character to any sound. You'll often hear them on, let's say, guitars, vocals, and let's say drum fills. So let's play a couple examples of those three here. So here we have our guitar, totally dry signal, nothing added. Let's have a listen to this. Okay, now I'm going to add a flanger. Okay, now let's listen to our drum fill without a flanger. So let's turn it on now. Okay, and now we have a vocal. Let's hear how this sounds without a flanger. Okay, now let's activate it. There we go. Now, as you can hear, it's adding some nice movement and character to each of these sounds. Okay, so now let's open up a flanger and let's have a look at the controls that we are greeted with. Now, the first option that you're going to see right in the dead center is called the rate. This is how fast you want the delay time to be modulated. Then on the top left, you'll see delay. What a delay is, it obviously sets the delay time, which sets the base delay time. And then we've got our feedback option over here. This feeds some of the output back into the input for a more dramatic effect. And then on the left, you'll find your spatial option, how much of a percentage you want to increase the space of that sound. And then on the right of that, you'll see mix. This is actually mixing the dry signal into the wet signal of how much you want to add the flanger. And then underneath, you'll find our filters. Here's our low pass filter as well as our high pass filter. And then in the middle, you have the option to sync it with regards to the hertz or timing with regards to the rate. Okay, so now let's use these and see what sounds we can come up with. So let's focus on our vocal in this example. See, as I drop the mix, you won't hear it, and as I slowly bring it up. And now we're going to increase the feedback. Okay, now let's increase the delay. Now let's mess around with our low and high pass filters. There we go. So those are the controls. As you can see, it's very easy and very simple to use. Now let's find some creative tips that you could use with your flanger. One being very, very simple to the phaser is that we can automate a couple of these controls. So let's say for argument's sake, we want to automate the mix. So what we'll do is, as very simple, we'll click our right automation and let's play our vocal. Let's have a listen now. Very simple. And lastly, another creative tip that we could use is that we can actually combine it with a reverb or a delay for some rich ambient textures. So let's now go to our guitar and let's have a listen to what it's going to sound like with a delay and then ones with a reverb. So let's have a listen to it now without any delay, just the flanger. Okay, now let's activate our delay. Okay, now let's turn that off and let's listen to it with a reverb. Very simple, very easy, and really, really cool creative tips that you can create some nice sound design within your tracks. So yeah, that's just a quick little breakdown of the flanger effect. It can be subtle, it can be extreme, but it always definitely is going to add something interesting into your tracks. So yeah, that is it. I hope you enjoyed this little production guide. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you at the next one.